G'day boys and girls, welcome to another episode of Get Fit or Die Trying.
G'day boys and girls, how's it going? I'm just down here in Hallett, which is in the mid-north. It's around about 3.5 hour drive, 4 hour drive or so, just out of Burra. Yeah, come down here to do a bit of a ride over to Caroona Creek. And yeah, it's a real nice kind of full drive, rugged kind of track with some creek crossings. There's not going to be any water in there this time of year though, unfortunately, because she's pretty dry. But yeah, I've done it once before on the motorbike, so I thought I'd give it a crack on the pushy. And just because, you know, the scenery is really nice. You climb up, there's some good views, and just a different kind of scenery that you normally get, you know, up in the Adelaide Hills and whatnot. So we've got the Hallett Hilton set up, which is a Coleman Instant Up 4-person tent. So this is my go-to these days. You got the Goanna Oz Tent King Goanna stretcher. Keep all my stuff underneath there. Also rocking the Cedar Summit Comfort Plus SL, which is self-inflating to a certain point, and then you just top it up here with the valve. But that's really good. Also rocking a Thermarest pillow. This packs down into a really nice kind of footy size shape. But I've got the pushy set up here as well, so yeah, that all sits in here nicely. Battery's all fully charged. I'm also rocking the Hellenox chair. Alright, so this chair here is really small, packs down to the size of, you know how you used to get the big bloody roll of Sunday mail? It's almost like that, you know, it just rolls up, nice and lightweight. And I've also got the Hellenox table as well. It's nice and stable, sets up really easy, once again rolls up to about a newspaper kind of thing. So yeah, that's my setup. Not really a bike packing setup, it's more of a car packing setup. Put your bike on the back and, you know, go for a ride sort of setup. But one of these days I'll get around to bike packing, but I've got to do just an overnight or somewhere close to home, test it out, because I've got to take a real minimal amount of stuff, and I've got to load up the saddlebags and all that sort of stuff. And so yeah, I'm not going to be able to do too much kind of rough terrain and that. It's going to be sort of gravel roads, nothing too rough, which to me is a bit of a boring ride. At the end of the day, you know, like if I was to go camping like that, I'd rather go motorcycle camping, because I can get a bit more on and I can just sort of get there faster and not have to fart ass around. Whereas, you know, I like riding a bike on nice terrain, not so much packed up like a pack mule. So over there you got all your non-powered sites, all right, fire pits and all that sort of stuff you can use during the winter. Obviously at the moment it's just pretty dry, mate, so there's none of that going on. You've also got powered sites here too, so you can also ask for power, but you get a key for the power point. There's one on the other side of the toilet block as well, so you can bring your van up or whatever, you know, just plug into 240 volts, which is pretty handy. Charge your e-bike up if you're going to stay a few nights. So you get a key and you go inside here to this cracking old dunny. All right, get all that going on there. The good old painted concrete urinal. Lights work, I check that out, so you can use it at night. And then over here you've got your shower block, same key. So inside here you've got male and female showers. All right, so you've got the female over that side, male on this side. I mean, they're both the same anyway, there's no difference. Oh, you got a bit of a brochure, I might have to take one of these. Rickety old mirror there, and you've got the dual footy club style showers. So yeah, you and your mate can have a decent shower together, eh? If you're into that sort of thing. Pretty basic, but you know, that's what you're going to get out here in the mid-north, mate. She's not glamping, but it's better than taking a dump in the woods and washing yourself with bloody wet wipes. It is nice and green here during the winter. I have seen photos where the grass is really green, so it does green up. You got tennis courts over there, and you've got this rickety old grandstand here as well. So also you got a bit of a canteen thing going on over there, another tennis club over there, another power point there, and yeah, you've got some sheep that were grazing over there. I don't know where they went. I think I must have scared them off. You've got the main road over there as well, so all the trucks are going down there. It's not too bad, it's not too noisy, they're reasonable distance away. Anyway, going to crack another beer, think about doing dinner. It's only 4:30, probably have another beer and maybe a snack. Think about doing dinner, have a bit of a sleep. Brekkie, espresso coffee, and a sunrise. Bloody beautiful. Well, it is the morning and it's a cracker of a day. Beautiful blue skies. No rain, hardly any wind last night. Slept pretty well actually. So now I'm the stockman. Not quite the cowboy. Looks like we're right here on Goyder's Line. And what we've come across here is the Mt Bryan East School, which is actually a free overnight accommodation along the Heysen Trail. So apparently this part of the road here is the Heysen Trail. So this marks halfway apparently on the Heysen Trail. Number 46, there's Hill Summit Road. But yeah, you've got this sort of old house here, or school. Looks like a church over there, so I don't know if that's the school, maybe this is a house, I'm not sure. Either way, it's not a bad little setup. You've got the old drop dunnies, you've got a rainwater tank here, got a bit of a spot in here. Come inside here, you've got a little bit about the place. Well, I guess it must be the old school because you've got this blackboard in here, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to have to sign my name on it somewhere. And there's plenty of bits of chalk and whatnot. There's a nice fireplace here. You've got water. People leave water around. You've got a fire extinguisher there. And you've got all these kind of bunks, hard floors. You can set up your bivvy on or whatnot. Books around the place. Yeah, pretty cool. And then you come across into this part here. Bit of a kitchen area. You know, some people leave things like sauce and Vegemite and little other books and whatnot. What have we got in there? Some plates and whatnot. Yeah, bits and pieces. Another fireplace. Another fireplace in there. Heaps of books. Pretty cool. Pretty cool that you can just come in here and use the joint, you know, like, yeah, there's another one of these kind of things up here. Not a bad little spot actually. If I sort of knew about this, I might have come here instead of staying in Hallett. Because what I've done is I've driven here from Hallett because it's quite windy actually. I thought the winds would be a little bit less, but the weather stations are sort of a little further out than Hallett. They're not real accurate. And you've got all these plains here and, you know, sort of ranges and whatnot, and it's just miles of dirt road. It was about 18 k's from Hallett and a bit of a wind. I thought, I don't fancy doing that kind of boring ride, so I'm just going to start from here. So I'm 18 k's closer to Caroona Creek Conservation Park, so yeah, I'm basically going to sort of head up out that way over the ranges. What have you got in here? Some old sheds and stuff. Probably an old laundry, you know, a bit of a sort of wash house. What about the rainwater tank? Sounds like a fair bit of water in there. So over here, this structure here looks reasonably new. Maybe these are new toilets. These ones here, these are pretty rugged outback dunnies. These are the old drop. Yeah, I wouldn't fancy going in there, mate. That is old school. So I'd say that these here are the new ones. Oh, that's not too bad. Still a drop dunny, but yeah. Much better than redback infested bloody wooden seat, that's for sure. Have a little outshed down the back there. Might just go and have a bit of a walk over to this this other place. Yeah, right. So you've got a bit of a fireplace here as well. But yeah, you'd have to be desperate to stay in this bit. Oh, and here, look, this is open as well. Wow, how cool is that? Pretty dark, don't know if you can see much. Plenty of vermin or pigeons or something on the roof. Well, there you go. So Mt Bryan East School, free accommodation for a night. I guess you could stretch it out a couple of nights. No one's going to sort of, you know, if you wanted to use it as a base just to sort of go and explore perhaps. Anyway, I'm going to get the bike off the car and work my way over to Caroona Creek. Hopefully the car stays safe here. We should be right. No one else around really. There's a farmer over there in his paddock somewhere herding sheep. Yeah, I'm going to head off into Caroona. Yeah, so there's a bit of a breeze, you know, and you've got all these open plains here, not a lot of trees along the side of the road, so I decided to drive there. So I knocked 18 k's off the start of the ride. The hills are just here, so not too far away from where we need to go. This allows me to explore a little more inside there, which will be good. I'd say the winds are probably up around 25-30 k's an hour, which are kind of moderate. Righto, so we're just going on to Dust Hole Creek Road, and Caroona Creek Conservation Park looks about 5 k's away. Four-wheel drive access. Or one-wheel drive eMTB. So it's part of the Mawson Trail, this apparently. I love all the old ruins out this way. It's not a bad sized bloody ruin, that one. It's like someone maybe lives in the one behind. It's hard to say. So just at the intersection of Dust Hole Creek Road and Dare Road. And have a look at those ranges in the background now, they look pretty awesome. Anyway, this will be pretty much the start of it. First part of it is relatively flat, but then yeah, we go down a few creek crossings and up over the range there. Look out, sheepy! It's the second time today I'm playing Stockman. Straight over there, eh? There you go. Don't panic, guys, I don't really eat much lamb. There we go. Hey, what a clear. See that jump? That was a good jump, Skip. Wow, big jump over the crevice in the road. Jesus, guys, you're nutters. So now this is the kind of terrain that I came for. Bloody beautiful. It gets pretty sloshy out here in the wet by the looks of things. Lots of erosion. So now you've got the Caroona Creek running through the guts there. So we're doing a few crossings. Dry as though. Alrighty. So the wind's died right down in here. Now that we're down inside this gully, there is very minimal winds, which is good. So we're going along the four-wheel drive track here, and it's going to get a little bit steeper and a little bit more loose and rocky and slightly gnarly. It would be nice to see some water in there, but I reckon getting to the first section, or getting through the first section of this trail will be quite sloshy. Some serious rust. Once we get up the top here, there's some awesome views of the plains. Really nice ride through here though. Beautiful scenery. love these rocks, these rock formations. There's a bit of an old fence at the bottom of that one, going up and over the hill. Have a look at these views. Bloody beautiful. Alright. So we're just up here at the Caroona Creek Conservation Park lookout. Awesome views. Right over there in the distance where there's a bit of a tree line, I reckon it's red banks. Went and camped out there once on a motorcycle. Anyway, going to be heading down this trail here. We'll go down into Caroona Creek and check out what's up there. I think there's a bit of a campground there, and there's a few other little trails I wouldn't mind checking out. Just going to let this rear shock go full because it's quite bloody bumpy through here. Look at that stuff. Bloody awesome. There's going to be a bit of a climb coming back. Techie climb on the way back up. So there's some historic ruins, 4Ks that way. I might go and check those out, I reckon, before we go and look at the camping area. Heysen Shelter, it's about a K that way, campground 1.6, Thomas Ruins, or Thomas Hut Ruins 4.5 that way, and Tourlie Gorge 7.1 that way. And over here, alright, so we've got the exit, which is the way we just came, 5.4 Ks, Heysen Shelter, K, campground 1.6, and also Caroona Station Park exit that way as well, sort of ends up going out over there somewhere. So it's part of the Heysen Trail here. I can see a little marker there. Anyway, I'm going to go and check out these other ruins, Thomas Hut Ruins. Heysen Trail goes down there, eh? Fair enough. Corrugation. So yeah, there was a lot of corrugated roads between Hallett and Mt Bryan East School, so I'm glad I didn't have to put up with that, and the bloody headwind as well. I'm not a fan of just continuous gravel roads, especially in headwinds and when they're corrugated, you know. I don't mind if they're nice and smooth and they sort of wind in amongst forests and stuff like that, but just out in the open, it's a bit boring for me. It's a bit like road riding, you know. Now if I had 18 Ks of this kind of trail to get me here, wouldn't have minded it so much. Hardly any wind over this side. Yeah, the flies, mate, they can do 25, 26 k's an hour. The bastards. So for me, not putting too much strain on my knees, around 90, 95, or between 90 and 100 is a good cadence for me. I find that quite comfy. And it's a good little sort of aerobic workout as well. Whereas if you're pedaling hard and slow, yeah, you might get stronger legs eventually, but if your knees aren't up to it, you're going to get a bit of knee soreness. Alright, so I can see some ruins over there on the left. We'll go suss them out and then we might go and check out Tourlie Gorge. So this is it. An old bloody chimney. Thomas Hutt Early Pioneer Home. 1890, James Thomas and his wife Ada bought this land for sheep grazing and built a 3-room pug and pine cottage. And that's all that's left of it. A bit of pine there. I don't reckon that's original though. I reckon she's had a bit of work done to this. So I've got the recon races on today. So I've got the Tannis armour in now. I don't want to be fart-assing around with punctures out here, that is for sure. So I feel pretty confident with these. I've pulled bloody thorns out of these already. Not today, but on the last ride. And yeah, not a drama, mate. Not a puncture to worry about. Rightio, well, let's continue on to Tourlie Gorge. There's a big bloody mountain thing sticking up over there, eh? Why so sheepish? Well, the size of these ones, mate. Alright, well, let's go and have a look up through here, eh? I think I'm an authorised vehicle. Oh, Jesus Christ. It hit me on the shin there. So what do we got there? Heysen Trail's going along the creek. Have a look at this rock face here, mate. Crazy, eh? Like a bloody piece of slate tile. How crazy is that, eh? Awesome. So there's supposed to be some hut or something up around here. Oh, there's goats. They're all goats. There's another goat. More goats. Skip. Bit of a water hole there, having a bit of a drink, mate. How's this gorge, mate? Pretty awesome. Oh, that's awesome, eh? Have a look at it. Don't know if I'll go venturing through there because I'm not sure how gnarly it's going to get. And I want to be able to ride stuff. But it looks pretty good nonetheless. So the rocks around here are quite sharp. There are some sharp edges on them. And the sidewalls on these tyres aren't super gnarly sidewalls. So as much as I've got, tennis, I don't want to push my luck, especially get stuck down a gorge here and have to walk my way out. I might just have a bit of a walk down here anyway, just have a quick squeeze. See what's around the bend here. I mean, if it opens up, it might be alright. But I dare say it's just going to be a whole lot more of this. It does kind of open up a bit. Now I'll take you around to the campsite. I'll show you what's going on with that campsite, and we'll stick to the main track, because I haven't really mapped this out. I haven't seen where this goes, and I can't really get too much of it on the phone at the moment out here. Even though I downloaded the map, it isn't super detailed. And I know the Heysen Trail can get a little bit gnarly in spots, you know, because it is a hiking trail. Pretty awesome. Nice cool breeze blowing through here as well. I mean, this stuff's, look at it, it's pretty bloody, it's pretty super gnarly. All this stuff is sharp as, mate. That's just asking for trouble on those tyres, I think. Some little caves dotted up and around the spot too. Lots of bones around here. We've got bees and wasps. Last remaining bit of water. I wonder what is on the other side there. Let's have a look. Nice and grippy there, you can actually stand up while you climb. Ah, the hut! Yes! Glad I came here, suss it out. That is wicked. Have a look at this joint, will you? Knock, knock. Oh wow, how cool is this place? That is awesome. Some cool little spots on the Heysen Trail. Indeed. Pretty awesome to see that. That was pretty bloody good. Not a lot of water, if any, in that bloody tank. I tapped it about 2/3 of the way down, it was empty. These bits of slate, they just fling up, man, and I hate to be riding on the assegais through here, throw everything up at you. Just following the bloody animal tracks through here. Well worn. Rightio, let's go and show you the campground, eh? So the Heysen Trail goes through here. Where exactly? I think I'll just stick to this road for now. Well, this track anyway. Only riding directly into the scrub. Right, so we're just coming back to the intersection. So we're going to go and check out the campground. And then we'll probably come back through this way and out. There's a Heysen shelter, 0.7 k's. Well, go and check out the campground first, and then we might go and have a look at that. Rightio, so we're just coming into the camping area now here at Caroona Creek Conservation Park. Picked up a chainsaw with a line going through it, which means don't go cutting down your own firewood. So, nobody here. Crazy. So you've got these sites here, 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 here and here, over there, one there. They've got an outback dunny over here and a big shed as well. Proper bush camp, but it does have a toilet. You can chill out here in the shed if you want. Someone's had a fire in there. And one of these fandangled bloody drop dunnies. So yeah, all good. So I might just have a bit of a rest stop here. Let's go and have a look at this Heysen shelter, shall we? Not expecting too much, but you never know, it might be one of those nice little huts or something. Oh, there you go. It's like a bit of a Taj Mahal. Well, there you go. That's relatively new. See, I've got plenty of water in there too. Oh, another toilet block over there as well. It's good that they're putting in stuff like this because, you know, crapping in the bush ain't all it's crapped up to be. Anyway, we've got a bit of a climb coming up ahead. So, yeah, going to be getting out of the old eco range and whacking it into eMTB and maybe even a bit of turbo. Plenty of range left, 85 k's. I've only got about another 15 k's to go, so save all the power till the end, mate. That's what I always do. There we go. Whew. Nice little climb, that one. Took about 10 k's off the range. That's all good, still says 24. Righto then, let's carry on. probably the roughest downhill section you're going to have to deal with. River sand. And that's it. The rest of it's going to be pretty much like this. It's good fun, that ride. It's nice, you just feel like you're right out in the outback, out here in the mid-north, past Goyder's Line. Actually might be a bad idea to stop there at that Mt Bryan East School, stay there the night, then the next day come out for a ride out here, camp out here, turn around and come back. That might be an idea. I don't reckon there was power, no power at that Mt Bryan East. Alrighty, that was Caroona Creek Conservation Park. How's the erosion here, mate? Pretty full on, eh? This would get pretty messy in the wet, I'd say. Reckon that must be Mt Bryan, eh? Tallest peak in the district. Radio comm, telephone, etc. on the top. So I just locked out my suspension. And whenever I do that, it feels like I'm bouncing up and down more. You know, like on top of the bike. It's weird. Car's still there. Yay! So we're going to check out this house over here. See, some of these old abandoned houses out here, you sort of wonder whether or not you can actually buy them and do them up. I mean, you got some great shells on the exterior, you know, like. Let's go have a squeeze. Bloody dead sheep in there. Was that a dead kangaroo? Yeah, dead kangaroo in there. Probably dragged in by a fox or something. Lovely. Renovator's delight. Wow. Wow. Nice clawfoot bath. Oh, looks like the old kitchen here. Is it a laundry? Maybe it's a laundry. Looks like it might have been a copper. Well, there you go. What do we got here? Oh, check out all the crickets. This must have been like a bloody bit of water storage, like a swimming pool or something. I wonder what that was. Maybe it was just a bunker, cellar kind of thing. A bit weird. Rightio, back to the car, might make a cuppa, and then back to Hallett, have a shower, give the key back, and drive home. Home sweet home.